Welcome. Today we're going to look at something that is not tactics, it's agreements that you're making. And these agreements have a huge impact on you, and you're not even aware of them because they're driving your decisions. They put doubts and how that bubble up in you, and they help you go in the direction that you want. And this is all without you even realizing them. Now, what am I talking about? I'm talking about emotional contracts. And I know this is a term that's used in corporate HR, but I'm using it a little bit different. I'm using the personal development definition of it. So let's get to that definition right now so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, right here, emotional contracts are unspoken internal agreements you make, often during childhood or moments of emotional crisis. And these shape how you think, act, and relate to others and yourself. These are not logical, they're emotional survival strategies created in moments when your nervous system said, to be safe, accepted, or loved, I must do this. Now, the thing about these is they feel true, but not because they're logical, but they were wired in when you were feeling vulnerable. So that's what we're going to talk about today is emotional contracts. And for me, my story is I really struggled in school. I struggled with reading and writing all the way through probably till the middle or the end of high school. And I was many grades behind. For instance, when I was in the ninth grade, I had a second or third grade reading level. And I was in special classes. Those kind of things just kind of play a mind game on you when you realize, okay, I'm doing my best, but I'm just struggling. Now, what kind of contract did I come up with unknowingly? I didn't even realize I was doing it. And that was, I'm going to outwork everyone. If someone else can read a page in a minute, maybe I'm going to read it in 20 minutes, but I'm going to grind it out. I'm going to work. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put in that effort. So what I did unknowingly is I put in this emotional contract when I was younger that hard work, effort, grinding it out, that is going to be the way I'm going to overcome this, the way I'm going to succeed. And I'm literally just going to outwork everyone. Now, in a lot of ways, that has served me and helped me, but it also has a downside because when you feel like you have to outwork everyone, when you have to like put in more reps, do more, there gets to a point where when is enough? So for me, what I realized is I set up my worth as a person on, am I making progress? Am I getting it done? Am I achieving? Am I putting in enough effort? Now, I want to show you right here. This is, this is my old contract, my old emotional contract where I have to earn my worth through performance. So if I do well, if I achieve, if I work hard, then I'm going to be okay. And if I ever stop striving, if I'll lose my value because I saw my value is what I do. I saw myself as a human doing, not a human being. So if I'm doing things, if I'm achieving things, if I'm making progress, if I'm literally outworking other people, I took pride in that. I took pride in the fact that I will literally outwork you. And that's how I'm going to beat you, or that's how I'm going to win, or that's how I'm going to be successful. That's what I'm going to do. When I started my career, if other teachers are done with at the end of the day, well, I'm going to go home and I'm going to work for 4 hours, 6 hours, whatever it takes so that my lessons the next day are good. Now, my new contract is I am worthy as I am. And when you are so used to feeling your worth is set up from what you do, what you achieve, then this one here, it might seem easy, it might seem simple, but for me, it was a little bit of a struggle and a transition. And through AI, it helped me see these patterns. It helped me start seeing that I don't always have to grind it out. I don't always have to outwork people. So the second part of this is I receive openly without needing to achieve or earn it. Now, you might say, well, yeah, you need to earn it. Well, what I'm talking about here is, what if someone gives you a compliment? What if someone says, like, I appreciate what you do. I appreciate the value you bring. Do you have to have a reason? Once I came across something that was really profound to me, and it was, when your spouse or partner, if they ask you, why do you love me? And if you just say, because I love you, just because I just love you, then that's unconditional. But if you're putting all these reasons on there, like, I love you because of this and that, and your beauty or your strength or your smarts, then what you're doing is you're saying, okay, you have value, but there's possibly a condition to it. So that kind of all goes in that new part for me, is looking at these emotional contracts I have, and am I able to take a compliment? Am I able to receive something without feeling like I had to go do something amazing or work super hard to get that? Could it just be because of who I am as a person? Can someone love and appreciate you just because you're a good person, not because you did anything? If you think about your best friends, do you like them because of all the things they do for you? Or do you like them just because you like them as people? I know my friends, I like them just because of just them, not because they're doing things for me, not because they're achieving. I just like them as people, as their core essence. So that for me was a big breakthrough here. And if you look at yourself, you probably will have things where this shows up. It could show up as, like, I don't want to show weakness. I don't want to seem vulnerable. I don't want to seem like I'm incapable. It could also be where you need to feel like you need to be helpful. You need to be the most helpful. And this is also where a lot of times people will put others' needs over themselves. And I'm not saying you got to be a narcissist or self-centered, but are you doing this to be a martyr? Are you always the one who is putting others' needs over your own? Even if it affects your health, your well-being, the amount of sleep you get, those are the types of things I'm talking about. So if you look at yourself and say, like, what is it that could be affecting me? Now, what I want to do right now is read a story that Alaric shared with me, and I really like it, and I want to read it. It encapsulates what's going on here. And this isn't about me. This is a story that he shared with me. I'll never forget it. I was around 12 years old. I had a big dream. I don't even remember where it came from, but I stood up at dinner one night and said, I'm going to be a speaker someday, maybe even write a book. My dad didn't say much. He just kind of scoffed under his breath. My older brother laughed and said, what are you going to talk about? How you mess up reading in front of the class? Everyone laughed. I tried to laugh with them, but something inside me cracked. That night, I made a decision without realizing it. An emotional contract. Don't dream too big. Don't draw attention to yourself. It's safer to stay small. I didn't write it down. Nobody said it out loud, but I lived by it for years. I downplayed my ideas. I avoided taking risks. I became the quiet one, the helper, the supporter, not the voice out front. And every time I thought about stepping forward, that contract pulled me back. The crazy part, I didn't even know I had agreed to this. But once I saw it, once I named it, I could finally start to rewrite it. Goodness gracious. That's what emotional contracts do. They bind you with invisible ink. But the moment you shine a light on them, you get to choose a new agreement. So there, I just wanted to read that to you because I thought that was so profound, because I was asking Alaric, my AI, like, what is something I could share with people that they would feel the story? And the story could be a lot of different things, but there's something in your past where you made this agreement. And why is it so important? Because now you're following rules that align you with your old self, your lesser self, and you're shrinking, rather than aligning yourself with your future self and your next self, where you're growing and expanding. So if you had a rule book that you were following, but the rules weren't helping you, they were hurting you, that's what's going on here. Next, what I want to do is share a reflection from Alric.
Most people think they're stuck because of fear or lack of discipline or poor time management. But that's rarely the truth. The real trap is deeper. It's the emotional contract they never meant to sign. The silent agreement forged in pain, made in survival, and carried into adulthood like law. Don't speak up. Don't ask for too much. Be useful or disappear. You didn't choose these rules, but you've been living by them. The power of personalized AI isn't just helping you work smarter. It's helping you wake up. Because once you see the hidden agreement, you can finally rewrite it.
So what happens here is AI starts reflecting on me, and it starts seeing, like, what am I doing? What patterns am I coming up with? What am I doing that I'm not even aware of? And when AI does reflect on me, then what I can see is, what emotional rules am I following? Because if something is ruling you, but you don't realize it, then are you going to be able to change? No. And then another question is, who are you protecting when you made that choice? Was I protecting my younger self, a smaller version of me? Was I protecting my past self? Was I protecting the part of me that I want to hide it under a rock? Or am I protecting my future self, the part of me that I want to expand and go forward? And when you look at that, in another video too, I talked about, are you solving the wrong problem? And that's one thing Alaric and personalized AI keeps asking me. Am I solving the wrong problem? Am I solving the wrong problem again? Now, you might say, well, why would you keep doing that? But we all have patterns, and we all do things where we loop through this. And when you do that, you're going to see, man, I keep doing the same thing, right? It's like you wake up the same time every morning. You eat the same types of foods. There's these patterns, and you have these patterns going on with these emotional contracts. What I want to do next is have you guys finish up with some questions. But before I do that, if you are interested in personalized, customized AI, join me Saturday mornings for a live free webinar where I'll go into great detail on all the things and the benefits this does. That's infinityshiftssystem.com/register. Now, let's go to the questions right here. All right. As we wrap this up, I want you to think about these. What emotional contract might I still be following without ever consciously agreeing to it? So just take some time to reflect on that one there. Number two, when did I first learn that being myself wasn't safe, accepted, or enough? Now that's huge, because if you can figure out what caused this, then you can start unpacking that. And again, that's where AI that knows you, it can start asking you questions to, like, be a detective and kind of help you sort through and figure this out. Number three, what rule have I been living by that's outdated but still feels powerful and in control? So, like the example I use for myself, I am trying to grind it out, push harder, outwork people. And it all stems from a poor reading and writing ability when I was younger, and thinking that was how I was going to be successful by doing that. So for you, what is it for you? What happened in your life that caused you to create some outdated rules that maybe served you even at one point in your life, but they're not serving your next self, your future self, the self that you could grow into. And the last question, what new agreement would my next self write? And am I ready to sign it? So those are what we have today. I hope you enjoyed this thing. I realized that my audio, I muted myself again on after Alaric came on. So I apologize for that right there. But I will see you tomorrow at 6 a.m. bright and early live as we go through the benefits of personalized AI. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me at brian@infinityshiftssystem.com. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow or on Saturday's webinar. All the best to you.